I have been anonymously feeding info to the police regarding my former best friend. My former best friend of 20 years has turned into a completely different person. He came into some money several months ago. A lot of money, to the point where he doesn't have to work, only having his spouse work. The thing is, the way he obtained this money is nothing short of unethical. Basically, he lied about being disabled to several providers, and now he gets compensation. I didn't know he lied until the day his compensation was rewarded, as I was there. I was about to congratulate him when he stopped me and told me that it was all a grand lie to obtain an extra source of income, and has ever since openly bragged about it. Not only this, but he talks horribly about people who are less fortunate than him. Ugh, did you see so-and-so bought a shitty one-story house? He would sneer. Did you see so-and-so bought a used 2016 car? Why not buy a brand new one? Must suck to be poor, huh? If not that, he would ask me every other day, dude, guess how much is in my account right now? No one can touch me. Must suck having to still work, haha. These are just a few examples. He is almost completely oblivious regarding how much of an asshole he is now. I find this completely unfair, as there are tens of thousands of people who desperately need this pension but are either getting denied or are incorrectly evaluated. All this being said, he and his spouse are bringing in damn near $200K annually, which is great except for him lying to obtain a pension. Now, since obtaining all this cash, naturally he started looking at ways to upgrade his lifestyle. He was talking about getting a new surround sound system, a new PC, creating a man cave, new light fixtures, tools, and so on. However, he does not want to touch his money/spend too much. So, one day he told me he got his surround sound system, a couple of illuminated mirrors, a massive stepladder, and a mini fridge. I said awesome, then asked if he got good deals. He said yes, and that he didn't have to spend a dime. I then asked if they were gifts, and his response was something I wasn't expecting. He said he's been breaking into newly built unoccupied homes and newly built occupied homes. He told me he goes out very late at night to scout for any potential targets. After he finds one, he makes his way in and takes what he wants. All items I've listed above were 100% stolen from inside/outside the homes and construction sites. This man alone brings in nearly $100K annually, yet he's resorted to stealing because he doesn't want to touch his mounds of cash. Also, the police have just recently placed 2 camera towers overlooking portions of the neighborhood, but according to him, they're easy to avoid. The worst thing is his wife encourages it, and they have 2 little ones. I don't know how she's okay with him risking so much. Anyway, after several months of hearing his constant bragging about getting away with burglary and his grandiose lifestyle, I came up with something that would hopefully have reality slap him in the face at the very least. See, he's been telling me when and where he plans to do these break-ins. From the time of night to what house to what he wants to steal. On the outside, I just humor him and tell him to be careful, even declining to participate after many offers. But then the night comes around, and I make my way to his neighborhood. I live only 2 or so miles away, so it's a quick e-bike ride, lol. I find a comfy spot where his house is in view, and I wait. Before I knew it, I saw him scaling his wall into the open desert, and he started making his way to whatever house he targeted. I follow quietly at a distance until I see him scaling a wall into another property. Wielding a night vision optic/camera I've used for hunting, I begin to snap crystal clear photos of him in the act. Specifically, of him climbing the walls with stolen items in hand, and again of him going back to his property. This happened 3 times that night, but only twice did he successfully take things. The next day I used our local anonymous tip line and spilled everything. I did not give my name or my affiliation. They gave me a link to send my photos, and I did, and received an acknowledgement upon them getting my photos. This was a week ago, yet to my knowledge, there have been no searches or anything, which is fine. Yesterday, he told me that he plans on stealing a tree from a neighbor down the street. Weird, I know. So, I've been thinking about following him once again, but this time actually calling 911 from an old burner phone, that way they can get him in the act. But then that may be too much, they got solid evidence, so I should probably wait it out and not jump the gun.